Guys, welcome back to Shooting Star Family. If you are new here, welcome to the Shooting Star Family. My name is Allie and it's hot in here, so there we go. My name's Allison. Totally should consider subscribing before you go, and I'm excited for y'all to be here. And shout out to my little sister for letting me borrow her ring light to film videos whenever I want to. Love her. In this video, my best friend Alexis, well, she's not a best friend, she's my sister slash wifey. I love her so much. She asked me questions and I'm going to answer them. The first question is, what are the challenges you want to overcome the most? The challenges I want to overcome the most, no, I have not read these questions, no, I have not thought about it. Me being insecure about myself, it just makes it hard for the other person to love you. Definitely that's a challenge I want to overcome the most. Like, getting a good job, but how can I get a good job? Because they want like 10 years of experience, so I'm like trying to figure that out. Your biggest fear, most definitely I'm scared of chainsaws. I was Texas chainsaw once when I was like with my friends at like when I was like 18 or 19, somewhere around there, and ever since I can't look at a chainsaw. I don't want to be near a chainsaw. I just don't like them, and going to haunted houses is the biggest issue because it's not. A favorite childhood memory of yours? My most favorite childhood memory would be any with my cousin Julia, or Julia and my sister and my brother. We were always being crazy, but I think my favorite memory of it is when we used to play Ding Dong Ditch, Fun Times, or like my memory that comes up the most is like we camped outside our where my mom, but like where I was living with my mama, apartment, and we just like camped outside. I believe will happen when you die. Personally, I believe in my faith and my religion, so if you don't believe in God, I'm not spewing this onto you, but personally I believe I'll be in heaven with my loved ones who passed dearly, sadly, and I will see Jesus, and I will cry, most definitely. Who was the last person who made you cry and why? The last person who made me cry, well, can I say a TV show? Because the last time that made me cry was a TV show. I was watching Gossip Girl, and spoiler alert, but Serena at her birthday, no, it wasn't Serena, Blair at her birthday, sorry, excuse me, I like confuse them. Blair at her birthday, she was like waiting for Nate to like say like hi, like call her on her at midnight, say happy birthday, and he did it, and she was bawling her eyes out, and that made me cry so hard because it's just hashtag can relate to that. But if it wasn't a TV show made me cry was a coworker. I'm not gonna get into this story. If you could be any close friend with a celebrity, who would it be? I think the person I would be close to the most is Jared Padalecki, because he suffered through like mental health issues and he overcame it, and I would love to see like how and like the steps he did to overcome it. Sorry, my thing, this is not what to say up. Bruh. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Definitely in my CPA job, because I'm going to work towards getting my CPA. I want to be a material accountant, so technically I won't need my CPA license, but that's just a goal I want to achieve for myself. But yeah, I want to be a material accountant, so definitely in that job. Definitely engaged or married. I really want to get, because I'm 22, so I'll be 27, and I always said I want to be 27 or 28 when I get married. Definitely have more guineas, a dog, a cat maybe, and definitely see myself thriving on YouTube, and definitely see myself meeting Alexis. That hopefully doesn't take 5 years, but definitely meeting her, and hopefully I'm in my own house, engaged or married, have a badass job, a bunch of pets, and killing it. and hopefully in 5 years I do see myself having a job, not a job, having my own business. I want to start my own planner business, and yeah, I just want to have my own planners and my like accessories and like pens and like basically Erin Condren, but like me, and make it more affordable, because that ish is not, it's not affordable. What's the most proudest moment you had this year? My proudest moment I had this year is definitely me getting out of a toxic, bad relationship that wasn't good for me, wasn't good for him. Hopefully he's happy now. I'm definitely happy where I am and what I'm doing in life, but the relationship just wasn't working, and it was so toxic and just spiteful. We were both hurting each other. We weren't doing any good in that relationship, but we were just staying because that's what felt like the most comfortable, and definitely like was like drinking heavily a lot around that time just to like cope and get through. I was not good, and if you were friends with me around that time, you definitely knew it wasn't good. And I don't drink a lot that much anymore. Like, I'll have a drink here and there, but nothing like, I was literally becoming an alcoholic. So, but yo girl, it's doing better. What's the most unfavorable moment you had this year? Definitely my most unfavorable moment I had this year is when my ex-friend went around and told everyone that I punched her in the face, and I never punched her in the face. And everyone just came up to me randomly and was like, hey, did you punch this girl? No, I didn't punch this girl. Have you ever cheated, and with who? Story time. I have cheated. And listen, I will explain this story. So, with my ex, like, 2020, it's gonna be 22, so it'd be 4 years. In 2018, summer 2018, me and him were just spiteful. Like, he would break up with me so he can be with this girl, and like, I would break up with him because I wanted to talk to this person. And like, honestly, that was like a very toxic relationship. Have I like have I grown from it? Yes. Am I the same girl? No. But so I found out that like he was cheating on me because this girl messaged me, and like, you know, this wasn't like my first rodeo, so I was like, screw this, I don't want to be with you or anything. So at his friend's like bonfire, we got invited to, I got really drunk, and I made out with his best friend while still in the relationship with this guy, and he found out. You know, he walked in on us, punched his best friend in the face, and he punched the person in the face, and then whole fight, and then he goes, why'd you do it? And I was like, because of this girl. Like, you cheated on me, so why can't I cheat on you? And then he goes, well, it wasn't just this girl. He pulls out his phone, okay, and he literally has a list of like, not one, not two, but 25 girls. And he goes, all these girls. And then he goes, because like, what if I got them pregnant? I need to know. And then we broke up, and then afterwards I was hanging out with my friends, and my friend took out her tampon and she put it on his car, and then she spent her ish everywhere. And then I haven't talked to him since, so I blocked him on everything. My like past relationship I was in with my ex, no, I didn't cheat on him. Did I think about it? No. Like I said, I grew from the situation with my guy I cheated on before, and yeah. And if I'm gonna cheat, I'm just gonna break up with you, because why cheat? Like, obviously I'm not happy, so I'm just going to break up with you. What family member do you consider yourself close with? I am close with a lot of my family members. Most definitely the closest is with my little sister, Savannah. I love her so much, and she just gets me and understands me, and I don't have to explain myself to her. If I want to do something, she's right along with me. If I want to go film a vlog at JCPenney, she'd be right there with me. She just gets me, and I love her. What book has the most impact on your life? Or to this day? Most definitely Either it's 2 books I can think of. I have them on my bookshelf and I will never get rid of them. I love them dearly. Saint and Anything by Sarah Dessen. At the time when I read it, I needed that message the author was like portraying in her story. It's just about this girl and her family's having issues, her brothers in rehab, and there's a lot of stuff happens and she falls in love along the way, and she really truly understands how to be loved. And I'm gonna start crying, but I just love that book so much. It's just basically her figuring her life out and her finding like what really like she desperately needs, and like how to be loved, and just overcoming certain obstacles. And something happens in that book and the same thing happened to me, and so it just helped me like realize I'm not alone, even though it's a story in a book. And then the second one is Under Rose Tainted Skies. I can't remember the author. I'll put it here. But I was watching a YouTube video of Emma Books. Like, it's like Emma with like 3 M's. I was watching her book and she's like, you should read this because it helped me. And I was like, okay. So then I read it. And this book, I read it in one day and I just bawled my eyes out. And again, a good message, what I needed at the time. What relationship changed you the most? Most definitely changed me the most was my past relationship with my ex, because one, I learned a lot. I grew out of a lot of toxic patterns I learned from previous relationships and friendships, and he taught me like a lot, and he taught me like how to be loved and how to not let a guy treat you, how to have respect for yourself, how to have set boundaries, and how to know when a relationship needs to come to an end. And also he just taught me, like, we had a lot of fun memories, and even though the ending of the relationship wasn't good, I will cherish that forever. And I don't like him and I don't want to ever get back together with him, but he just taught me a lot. And even though it's a past relationship, but you know, people grow, things happen, and sometimes people are meant to meet but not meant to be. Most embarrassing moment. My most embarrassing moment ever was in 7th grade. I think it's my second time on my period, so yo girl wasn't really the feminine products part of it, so I bled through all over a chair, and luckily I had a jacket, so I just tied it around myself until I got home. But the next day this girl went to sit in like the chair I was in the day before, and she's like, ew, oh my god, someone had their period over it, and like she didn't know it was me, but so embarrassing. I mean, if you had 3 wishes, what would they be? My 3 wishes would be 1, for my parents to get their cabin they want in Tennessee, me get my dream job, 3, for everyone in my life to just be happy and be stable and financially stable. If you could live someone else's life for a day, who would it be? I would most definitely live this girl. She's been through a lot. She like helped a lot, and she like got shot in the head on a school bus, and she's still like preaching the choir. Or if it wasn't her, I'm just gonna say 2 because like it just popped in my head, Jordan Turpin, the girl who was like a Turpin family, and like the family, like the mom and the dad, like they lived in filth, and the parents like didn't let them go outside and they chained them, like, oh, and then she like climbed through a window and she like called the cops, and then like she had like no knowledge about like what medicine was and like injuries. She didn't know what that was, and now she's on TikTok and she's like dancing, and I'm like, girl, I would love to experience like you for a day, like your strength. Like, we love to see it. So that is all the questions she had for me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all for watching this, and I'll see you next one.